Arizona Senate race engages voters like never before. Ruben Gallego and Kari Lake square off as both parties prioritize outreach to Native communities and swing voters. With the Arizona Senate race heating up, two strong candidates are vying for the influential seat: Democratic Congressman Ruben Gallego and Republican Kari Lake, the former TV anchor who rose to fame during her run for governor. The election promises to be more than just another political contest. It's shaping up to be a defining moment for both parties as they look to sway Arizona's diverse electorate. Ruben Gallego, known for his advocacy on tribal issues and his military background as a Marine Corps veteran, is making significant efforts to connect with Arizona's Native American communities. Recently, he undertook a remarkable 8-mile hike down to Supai Village, located deep within the Grand Canyon, to engage with Havasupai tribal members. This trek not only highlighted his commitment, but demonstrated the importance of tribal votes, especially considering the narrow margin by which President Joe Biden won Arizona in the last election. Upon reaching the village, Gallego was met with warmth and gratitude from the tribal council members who appreciated his dedication to walk among them instead of opting for a helicopter. His presence and listening sessions revolved around the pressing concerns of the Havasupai tribe, namely the threats posed by uranium mining activities affecting their water supply. During his visit, he was vocal about opposing such mining operations, stating, "The uranium mining does need to be halted. It is much too dangerous for the Havasupai people." This stance aligns with his strategy to appeal to voters who feel neglected by mainstream politicians. On the other hand, Kari Lake's approach to the election has been marked by her media-savvy campaigning style and strong ties to former President Donald Trump. Lake has focused her efforts on traditional Republican issues, including strengthening the border and enhancing economic gatherings. Her emphatic style and fiery rhetoric resonate with many conservative voters, but it remains to be seen if this will be enough against Gallego's outreach efforts to marginalized communities. While she has made efforts to court Native American voters by visiting reservations and engaging with tribal leaders, the depth of her commitment is still under scrutiny. Lake recently garnered the endorsement of former Navajo Nation Vice President Myron Lizer, who proclaimed, "I've seen us voting Democratic for 5 decades, and nothing's changed in Indian country." This endorsement signals Lake's attempts to bridge the gap with Native voters who traditionally support Democrats. Lizer expressed hopes for change through Republican leadership, framing it as an opportunity for progress. The political atmosphere surrounding this race is deeply influenced by Arizona's changing demographics. The state's historical foundations, once firmly rooted in Republican superiority, have now evolved to reflect significant shifts. For example, Hispanic and Native American voters, along with younger generations, are increasingly leaning Democratic, presenting challenges to Republicans, who must navigate these changing currents to maintain support. While both candidates face challenges, Gallego's strategy revolves around inclusion and accessibility, emphasizing outreach to those traditionally ignored. His relentless efforts to connect with voters, especially the indigenous population, are not just about winning votes. They encapsulate his broader vision of representation. Meanwhile, Lake is banking on securing the steadfast loyalty of conservative voters who are energized by Trump's continued influence and the Republican Party's messaging. Her campaign aligns with many national Republican trends, focusing on economic issues and border security. But the broader question remains whether this will resonate with voters seeking meaningful change. The upcoming election not only highlights individual candidate strategies, but also reflects the broader political battle playing out across the United States, particularly as both parties assess their own ideologies against the backdrop of changing demographics. Arizona, with its unique blend of cultures and communities, is once again the focal point of national attention. With Election Day approaching, both Gallego and Lake are intensifying their efforts, but the true test will come when voters step up to the polls. Will Gallego's attempts to connect with traditionally overlooked communities pay off, or can Lake rally the Republican base to keep Arizona firmly on the right? The stakes couldn't be higher, as both candidates strive to shape Arizona's future, and by extension, the political dynamics of the entire country.